I wanted to see if you have any questions about my organization. I tell you very briefly, it's a nonprofit organization, work with immigrants. Our main job is work for immigration reform. This model is being looked at in a lot of places. It's a model that's been working for us. We've been in existence for 8 years now. And we used to be the United Farm Workers. The United Farm Workers was our organization. It changed a few years ago because of the lack of people who work in the fields in our area. Pretty much, we had 2 freezes that killed most of our citrus, and people did not replant it. And so the work of the people who work in the fields diminished in such a small number, and the other ones that still work in the fields, they come up north as migrant workers. So we don't have a lot of work for that kind of to maintain our organization. So we look into the archives, all the writings that Cesar had left, Cesar Chavez, and so we find the idea that he had of forming a union for the people, especially organizing people in colonias, that's the main work that we do. And so from there, we form La Unión del Pueblo Entero, abbreviation from Lupe. And I know that we have several Lupes here. How many Lupes do we have here? Yeah, we have Lupes. Okay, so that's happened. Besides that, as the Cesar used to have a devotion to Our Lady of Guadalupe. I don't know if you are familiar with the story of Cesar. He always had a devotion, so it was like a double thing. So this is what the organization does: organize around immigration reform, but we organize with the people who need immigration reform. So I don't know if you have any. This is a really good model. But also the other thing that we learn and through all this struggle of immigration reform is that we need to be connected to other organizations. And that's why we form a network. Well, our network in the Valley is called Eco Boys, and then we have several organizations that form this network. And this network is part of another network, a state network, which is called RITA, Reform Immigration for Texas Alliance. And RITA is part of RIFA, Reform Immigration for America. So this is how we organize, okay? And so if you have any questions about our organization, I'll be happy to, or if you have any questions in general about what I mentioned or something else that I might know, yes.
I would be interested in knowing about the growth of this organization into South America, Spanish organizations, particularly Colombia.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh yes, because you need it. He's interested in find out more about this organization, and especially in South America, like Colombia. And he's willing to volunteer. We're not expanded yet. We only pretty much right now in the Rio Grande Valley. Okay, we did borrow some of the ideas in the small house meetings from some other organizations that they do in Central America, but we just borrowed the idea. Actually, a lot of the structure that we do really came from the United Farm Workers, and so we follow pretty much the structure of small house meetings. This is where we pass information, and then we come together in a big meetings. And so we haven't been able to, we only in one county. People are asking us to move to other counties. But what we are is that people are looking at us in the United States and in other parts of the country. They're looking at our organization on a membership organization working with immigrants and how we organize the model. This is what they're looking at us and how we can make it work and how it's working. But yeah, I'll be happy to share more details on how our structure is, and we're not selfish. We know that a lot of these organizations our structure can be duplicated, so we can duplicate the efforts, especially right now when we're such in great need of allies. and to, especially because we need allies to pass immigration reform. Our job will continue even after immigration reform.
How are the children of the undocumented treated in this country, both children that are undocumented themselves and children that are born citizens here? How are they treated with respect, for instance, to schooling?
Because we have such a big numbers and our area where we work, a lot of it, because we're so close to the border, and we have a big numbers of undocumented children. But we also have a big number of children of undocumented parents, which is that's the bigger number that we have, okay? And so we're able to organize parents and the school districts so they can monitor, we can monitor, and we can be sure that people's rights are respected. And right now, we haven't really seen many problems with our school systems on discrimination on our children, because our area is like 95%.
And we can find ourselves. Okay, so I'm just saying, hopefully you might be thinking about, maybe ask some questions about, about where and how we might connect, step into the world, find solidarity with those who are the migrants, those who are the poor, the oppressed, all those sorts of people for whom the gospel of the news was brought to our world. Ready?